Okay.
Hello, so we are back with Bhagavad Gita, reading Bhagavad Gita together. So आज चाहिँ हामी chapter 1, sloka number 2
Mm-hmm.
देखि because these slokas are short and त्यहाँको पर्पेटहरूमा त्यस्तो धेरै लामो छैन, so we can go longer for like covering more slokas than one today. So let's start.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Can start, yes.
Chapter 1, Sloka number 2. Sanjay Uvacha Drishtva tu Pandavanikam Vyudam Duryodhanastada Acharyam Upasangamya Raja Vachanam Abravit. Sanjay said, O king, after looking over the army arranged in military formation by the sons of Pandu, King Duryodhan went to his teacher and spoke the following words.
Purport. Dhritarashtra was blind from birth. Unfortunately, he was also bereft of spiritual vision. He knew very well that his sons were equally blind in the matter of religion, and he was sure that they could never reach an understanding with the Pandavas, who were all pious since birth. Still, he was doubtful about the influence of the place of pilgrimage, and Sanjaya could understand his motive in asking about the situation on the battlefield. Sanjaya wanted, therefore, to encourage the despondent king and thus assured him that his sons were not going to make any sort of compromise under the influence of the holy place. Sanjaya therefore informed the king that his son Duryodhan, after seeing the military force of the Pandavas, at once went to the commander in chief Dronacharya to inform him of the real position. Although Duryodhan is mentioned as the king, he still had to go to commander on account of his seriousness of the situation. He was therefore quite fit to be politician. But Duryodhan's diplomatic veneer could not disguise the fear he felt when he saw the military arrangement of the Pandavas.
What do we have from?
Yeah, so हामीले पढ्यौँ अस्ति पनि डिस्कस गरे झैँ अब सानैदेखि उहाँ त एकदमै त्यहाँ भनेपछि धृतराष्ट्रको ब्लाइन्ड त हुनुहुन्थ्यो फिजिकल आँखा पनि देख्नुहुन्थेन भने मेन्टल्ली आई मिन स्पिरिचुअली आध्यात्मिक रूपले पनि हि वाज ब्लाइन्ड सो वेयर हिज सन्स उहाँको जुन छोराहरू थियो सबैजना स्पिरिचुअली ब्लाइन्ड थियो त्यही भएर हि वाज स्योर कि पाण्डवसँग कहिले मिल्न त सक्दैन कुनै हालतमा पनि मिल्न सक्दैन तर त्यो स्पिरिचुअल होली धाम धर्म क्षेत्रको इन्फ्लुएन्सले कतै असर पार्ने त होइन भनेर त डाउट आयो क्या उहाँको माइन्डमा त्यही भएर उहाँले सञ्जयलाई सोध्नुहुन्छ र सञ्जयले नि बुझ्नु भएको छ यो कुरा यसलाई यही डाउट आएको त्यही भएर उहाँले सञ्जयले अस्योर गर्नुहुन्छ डोन्ट वरी केही भएको छैन दुर्योधन चाहिँ कमान्डर इन चिफ आफ्नो जो कमान्डर इन चिफ हुनुहुन्छ द्रोणाचार्य उहाँलाई भेट्न चाहिँ जानुहुन्छ भनेर त्यही कुरा आएको छ सेकेन्ड वर्समा ओके
there is nothing much. त्यही पोलिटिसियनको एउटा के हो त एउटा पोलिटिसियनको क्यारेक्टर कस्तो हुन्छ भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ यहाँ दुर्योधनको यो
कस्तो हुन्छ त
दुर्योधन गएर हुन्छ नि आफूभन्दा ठुलो के अरे कमान्डर इन चिफसँग गएर उसले कुरा गर्नु परिरहेछ नि त अनि हेरेर डराइरहेछ देन कुरा गरिरहेछ कि कमान्डर इन चिफसँग गएर आफू ठुलो पोजिसनमा भए पनि आफूभन्दा सानो पोजिसनमा गएर त्यहाँ उसले कन्भर्सेसन स्टार्ट गरिरहेछ सो द्याट इज
आई थिंक सेम कुरा छ यहाँ
सिरियस सिचुएसन भएको भएर नै
त्यही छ सेम कुरा नै
गइरहेछ
छ
त्यही भएर ऊ पोलिटिसियन को लागि योग्य छ
सेम सेम यहाँ त्यही छ दुर्योधन अल्दो मेन्सन्ड एज द किङ हुन त राजा हो गोज टु कमान्डर on account of seriousness of situation quite fit to be a politician भनेर छ I think that's it yeah nothing much in this one but yeah you can move to the next one
text 3 पश्येतां पाण्डुपुत्राणाम् आचार्य महतीं च मूं व्यूढं द्रुपदपुत्रेण तव शिष्येण धीमता. O my teacher, behold the great army of the sons of Pandu, so expertly arranged by your intelligent disciple, the son of Drupada. Perfect.
So यो सञ्जयले भन्नुहुन्छ उहाँलाई. So let's go to the purport. Okay, Duryodhan, a great diplomat, Rajnitijna, wanted to point out the defects of Dronacharya, the great Brahmana commander-in-chief. Dronacharya had some political quarrel with King Drupad, the father of Draupadi, who was Arjuna's wife. As a result of this quarrel, Draupad performed a great sacrifice by which he received the benediction of having a son who would be able to kill Dronacharya. Dronacharya knew this perfectly well, and yet, as liberal Brahmana, he did not hesitate to impart all his military secrets when the son of Drupada, Drishtadyumna, was entrusted to him for military education. So एकदमै इन्ट्रेस्टिङ छ यहाँ. आफ्नो धर्म चाहिँ छोड्नु भएन द्रोणाचार्यले. उहाँलाई थाहा थियो यो द्रुपदको छोरा, द्रुपदसँग मेरो दुश्मनी छ, द्रुपदले यज्ञ गरेर धृष्टद्युम्नलाई जन्माएको, मलाई मार्न. स्टिल मैले उसैलाई सिकाइरहेको छु किनकि द्याट इज माई ड्युटी.
आफै गइरहेछ गुरुको लागि भनेर द्रोणाचार्यकोमा
अनि
उसले पनि
आउने पनि उस्तै, नलेज दिने पनि उस्तै. त्यो एनमिटी कहिले पनि त्यो फिल भएन हैन. पछि गएर जे पनि होला द्याट इज अहिले हाम्रो हातमा छैन. He will kill me maybe in the future. तर at this moment, right now, present, no future, no past. पास्टको यदि द्रोणाचार्यले पास्टको यदि सम्झेको भए के हुन्थ्यो, सिकाउनु हुन्थ्यो त? हुन्थेन. उसको बुवाले मलाई त्यस्तो गरेको, his father is my enemy, फ्युचरको सम्झेको भए ला यसले त मलाई पछि गएर मार्छ हैन. बोथ सिचुएसन्स आर देयर. तर दुवै नसम्झेर प्रेजेन्टमा रहेर इन मोमेन्ट, यो मोमेन्टमा रहेर उहाँले मेरो ड्युटी के त, अहिले मेरो ड्युटी भनेको यदि कोही मसँग एज अ डिसाइपल मलाई हैन गुरु एक्सेप्ट गर्न सिक्न आइरहेछ भने इट्स माई ड्युटी टु टिच हिम रिगार्डलेस अफ of his past, his future, nothing matters to me. So I think
so teacher एउटा टिचरमा हुनुपर्ने
टिचरको क्वालिटी. yep टिचरको क्वालिटी. Dronacharya, this is done. Drishtadyumna was entrusted to him for military education. Now, on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Drishtadyumna took the side of Pandavas, of course. अब द्रोणाचार्य कौरवतिर हुनुहुन्छ भने धृष्टद्युम्न पाण्डवतिर हुनै पर्यो. Drishtadyumna took the side of the Pandavas, and it was he who arranged for their military phalanx after having learned the art from Dronacharya. द्रोणाचार्यबाटै सिकेर उहाँकै अगेन्स्टमा उहाँले मिलिटरी आर्मीलाई बनाइराख्नु भएको छ. So Duryodhan pointed out this mistake of Dronacharya's so that he might be alert and uncompromising in the fighting. अब यहाँ हेर्नुहोस्, एकातिर
दुर्योधन चाहिँ पोइन्ट आउट गरिरहेछ मिस्टेक हो तिम्रो भन्ने,
मिस्टेक हो भनेर पोइन्ट आउट गरिरहेछ.
त्यही कुरालाई चाहिँ पोइन्ट आउट गरिरहेछ जबकि उसले बुझेन महानता के, उसको टिचरको महानता नबुझेर तिम्रो चाहिँ गल्ती हो भनेर आफ्नो टिचरलाई भनिरहेछ.
सो एउटै कुरा सेम सिचुएसन छ तर दुवैजनाको पर्सपेक्टिभ डिफरेन्ट छ. द्रोणाचार्यको पर्सपेक्टिभ तिमीले भने जस्तै यो त द्रोणाचार्यको ग्रेटनेस हो नि त. थाहा भइ पनि हैन, थाहा भइ पनि he taught धृष्टद्युम्न हैन. प्रेजवर्दी कुरा हो नि त. बट दुर्योधनको पोइन्ट अफ भ्यूमा चाहिँ उसले चाहिँ डिस्ट्रक्सन देखिरहेछ. उसले गल्ती गर्नुभयो,
एक किसिमको हेर त
मूर्खता तिम्रो हैन
भन्ने जस्तै पार्यो के आफ्नै टिचरलाई तिम्रो मूर्खता हो भने.
त्यो भनेर फेरि पर्पस के भन्दाखेरि अब द्रोणाचार्य त जसरी पनि दुर्योधनकी टिममा हो, उसले चाहिँ कम्प्रोमाइज नगरोस्, यसलाई यसको गल्ती देखायो भने उसले होइन अझै सिरियस हुन्छ अलर्ट हुन्छ भनेर चाहिँ उसले त्यस्तो सोचिरहेछ तर ह्याभिङ सेड द्याट यसो सोच्नु त यदि कसैले हाम्रो गल्ती देखाउँछ भने डु वी बिकम अलर्ट we don't feel good when others point our mistake rather you could question, isn't it? You can question in this situation तपाईँले एक्चुअली किन गर्नुभयो
मोटिभेसन चाहिरहेको हुन्छ यस्तो
त्यो त डिमोटिभेसन भयो जस्तो लाग्छ
सुरुमै डिमोटिभेट गर्न गएको जस्तो भयो
सिधै डिमोटिभेट अब यो त्यही त फरक हो नि त अब दुर्योधन अथवा कुनै पनि राक्षस अथवा मेन्टालिटीको मोटिभेट गर्ने तरिका नै नेगेटिभ हुन्छ क्या त नेगेटिभ वेबाट या आई मिन नेगेटिभबाटै उनीहरूले सोध्छ कि मैले कुनै कुरा नेगेटिभ गऱ्यो भने चाहिँ बल्ल मोटिभेट हुन्छ होइन अब मुभीहरू हेरिन्छ भने अब होइन जति पनि गुन्डाहरू हुन्छ उनीहरूलाई के अथवा हामीले भर्खरै जो नरसिंह अवतार मुभीमा पनि हिरण्यकशिपु उस लगायतको जति पनि राक्षसहरू थियो उनीहरूले के भन्थ्यो अरूलाई आफ्नो काम गराउने हो भने उनीहरूलाई डर देखाउनुपर्छ उनीहरूलाई यस्तो डर देखाउनुपर्छ उनीहरूलाई शोषण गर्नुपर्छ सो द्याट उनीहरूले डरले काँपेर चाहिँ काम गरोस् के त्यो इन्टरनली मोटिभेट भएर होइन कि डरले काम गरोस् होइन भर्सेस देयर आर पिपल लाइक गुड पिपल होइन देवी देवताहरू अथवा डिभोटिज अफ द लर्ड पोजिटिभ माइन्ड पिपल जसले चाहिँ होइन थ्रु विजडम थ्रु आफ्नो इक्जाम्पल चाहिँ उनीहरूले अरूलाई मोटिभेट गर्न ट्राई गर्छ सो यहाँ हजुरले हेर्न सक्नुहुन्छ देयर इज अ डिफरेन्स बिट्विन होइन माइन्डसेट अफ देवतास भर्सेस यु क्यान से राक्षसेस अर पोजिटिभ सोर्ट अफ पिपल एन्ड नेगेटिभ सोर्ट अफ पिपल सो त्यसको तपाईँले डिफरेन्स चाहिँ यहाँ देख्न सक्नुहुन्छ थ्रु द एक्ट अफ द्रोणाचार्य Okay, so by this he wanted to point out also that he should not be similarly lenient in battle against the Pandavas, who were also Dronacharya's affectionate students. द्रोणाचार्यको स्टुडेन्ट्स त पाण्डवहरू पनि हो अब दुर्योधन पनि हो तर अफकोर्स दुर्योधन भन्दा त पाण्डवहरू प्रतिको त्यो लगाव त्यो प्रेम त एकदमै छ उहाँको होइन र स्पेशली अर्जुनको डर छ क्या दुर्योधनलाई कि द्रोणाचार्यले फेरि कता पास्टमा जानुहुने हो कि ओहो अर्जुन त मेरो शिष्य हो प्रिय शिष्य हो यसको अगेन्स्टमा लड्ने र भन्ने कथा जानुहुन्छ कि भन्ने डर छ त्यो लिनियन्सी हुन्छ कि आउन सक्छ भनेर त्यसरी बोलिरहेको तर अगेन हामीले अघि डिस्कस गरे जस्तै दुर्योधन इज द पर्सन हु इज द्रोणाचार्य इज द पर्सन हु अबाइड्स बाय धर्म हु अबाइड्स not by past or future who abides by current situation अनि त्यो जुन उसको रेस्पोन्सिबिलिटी छ र अहिले द्रोणाचार्य त कौरवहरूको साइडमा हुनुहुन्छ इन नो वे he'll take the side of Pandavas because he's doing his duty right as we discussed earlier. Arjuna especially was his most affectionate and brilliant student. तिमीले भने जस्तै Duryodhan also warned that such leniency in the fight would lead to defeat. Very much true. लास्टको कुरा चाहिँ एकदमै राइट हैन त्यो कुराले चाहिँ लिनियन्सी हुन्छ सो या द्रोणाज मिश्र अब यो श्लोकबाट हामीले सिक्नुपर्ने कुरा नै यो के हो त दुर्योधनले द्रोणाचार्यको मिस्टेकलाई पोइन्ट गर्नुहुन्छ राइट अलर्ट गर्नको लागि सो दिस इज अ भेरी इम्पोर्टेन्ट पोइन्ट यो बुझ्नुपर्ने कुरा हैन हामीले अघि पनि डिस्कस गर्यौं I mean we understood Drupad ra Dronako they attended the same Gurukul. Even Drona was the son of poor Brahmana. Drupad was a prince. अब यो स्टोरी यसमा छ हैन यसमा पुरै स्टोरी छ I think we should read it right what do you भन्दा नि विन सर र भन्दा हुन्छ I mean yeah okay Duryodhan was a great politician. He could have mentioned this is interesting. अब यहाँ हेर्नुस् है श्लोका है again you read the श्लोका श्लोकमा के भनिन्छ पाण्डु पुत्राणाम आचार्य महतीम चरणम so oh my teacher okay so expertly arranged by your intelligent disciple of Drupad. अब यहाँ भन्नुहुन्छ धृष्टद्युम्नै भन्दा हुन्थ्यो नि त, द्रुपदको छोराको नाम त धृष्टद्युम्न हो। तर यहाँ पोलिटिसियनको राजनीति गर्नेहरूको यो क्वालिटी हुन्छ, उनीहरूले डाइरेक्ट नभनेर इन्डाइरेक्ट त्यो हुन्छ नि, त्यो कुरा भन्छ जुन कुराले त्यो रिलेसन देखाएर जुन कुरा
रिस उठोस् हैन,
जुन कुराले रिस उठोस्,
द्रुपदसँगको
एनमिटी देखियोस्, सेम कुरा आछ यहाँ एक्ज्याक्टली
रियलाइज होस् भनेर।
Same. He could have mentioned Drishtadyumna's name directly, but instead he purposely called him the son of Drupada. Drupada and Drona were enemies, and therefore, to incite Drona's anger, Duryodhana reminded Drona that his enemy's son Drishtadyumna was arranging the army. Because Drona was naturally inclined to the Pandavas, especially to Arjuna, his greatest student, Duryodhana needed to use whatever ploys he could to ensure that Drona would fight to the best of his abilities.
Drupad and Drona had attended the same Gurukul. Even though Drona was the son of poor Brahman and Drupad was a prince. Despite the differences in their background, the two became intimate friends. In a moment of affection, Drupad had once told his friend that when he inherited the kingdom, he would give him half. Drona took his friend's word to heart. Long after they had graduated and Drona had entered Grihastha life, he found his son crying for milk. Drona was so poor that he could not afford to buy milk for his child. Then he remembered Drupada's promise and thought, let me go to my dear friend Drupad and beg a cow from him.
Yeah, so when Drona arrived at Drupada's palace, he was not properly received. Drupad said, I'm your friend. Friendship can be recognized only among equals.
Get out of here.
Get out of here immediately. Drona vowed revenge. Later, he trained both the Kuru and Pandava princes in the military arts and then asked for his Guru Dakshina. Capture Drupada and bring him before me. The Kauravas offered to try first, but Drupad easily defeated them and sent them back to Drona in embarrassment. कुरु भनेको त्यही धृतराष्ट्रको छोराहरू है, उनीहरूले ट्राई गरे तर द्रुपदले हराइदिनु भयो। अब उहाँले गुरु दक्षिणा माग्नु भएको रहेछ कि। Dronacharya was mortified. Arjun then came forward. The other Pandavas lined up behind him as he attacked Panchal, Drupad's kingdom. Arjuna captured and bound Drupada in ropes after a fierce battle and carried him to Dronacharya's feet. Dronacharya then took half of Drupada's kingdom and thus made Drupada his enemy.
Drupad then performed a sacrifice to obtain a son who would kill Drona.
Drona.
That son was Drishtadyumna. Drishtadyumna later approached Dronacharya to study the military science, and although Dronacharya knew that Drishtadyumna was specifically empowered to kill him, he did not hesitate to train him. Such is the liberality of a Brahmana. The Brahmana's liberal heart is compared to the sun, which does not withhold its light from the courtyard of anyone, even a thief. Similarly, Dronacharya did not hesitate to impart all his military secrets to Drishtadyumna.
So very nicely explained the background of this verse 1.3. But my question here is why अर्जुनले त द्रुपदको हाफ किङडम होइन द्रोणाचार्यले अर्जुनले गर्दा पाउनुभयो, राइट? But later, same Arjun, the same Pandavas get to marry Drupada's daughter, Draupadi. Isn't that a big secret? Definitely, Ramailo Kurasa, and then definitely in upcoming verses we'll come to that answer. Okay, anything else for today?
No, that's it. Thank you
I
so
think,
much.
yeah, we had a good discussion. Verse 1.3.
Mm.
And like this, definitely in
We'll
upcoming
continue.
days, we'll continue to upcoming verses, verse 1.4, and that's how we'll cover up all the slokas of Bhagavad Gita.
Thank you. Thank you so
Thank you
much
so
for
much,
watching.
everyone. Hare Krishna.